Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Lights, and we have a different type of video right here. If you don't know, FSM Holden, he has a YouTube. He's also now with Madden Daily. And we run a podcast together called the Madden Insider Podcast. And we have people ask questions, and we answer them at the end of the show. This is one of the questions. Holden then turned it into a video, sent it to me. I was like, yeah, this is dope. We should put this on the Madden Daily YouTube. So check it out. Hope you guys enjoy.
Lil Thumps wrote in, he said, "So I went to my first live event this year and did fairly well, considering the people I played. I went 0-3, but I lost a heartbreaker to Han Solo, and then I lost a close game to Poison, who beat Problem in that tournament." So in that tournament, I'm assuming he's talking about the Vegas. I think it was the Vegas tournament where Poison beat Problem. And he said, "I was the only one in my group to not get flooded by Mr. Moss." He said, "So I feel like I have kind of plateaued as being a very good player, but not quite a player that can make a deep run in a tournament. I was just wondering how you guys got past this point." He said, "Thank you so much." So I'll kind of let you...
Oh, he also said Madden Daily for Life hashtag. And if you're ever going to write a question to us and hashtag Madden Daily for Life, you will get answered. I don't care what kind of question you ask.
He did add in that on the end there. My bad for forgetting to say it. But yeah, so hashtag Madden Daily for Life definitely gets you... It kind of bumped up the pecking order a little bit. But this was a great question. I think it kind of can carry over to a lot of different people who they spend a lot of time and they go out and they don't have a ton of success. And then they kind of think like, okay, like what can I do to kind of get past this point? Like he said, he kind of feels like he plateaued. So I know you might have some advice to that. You kind of had a much longer competitive career than I have. So I'll kind of let you take this one.
Yeah, so I've been playing Madden for 10 years. And I remember first starting in Madden 06, just played strictly online. Madden 07, I went to 2 Madden challenges, and at the end of the year, I went to a actual live event. I traveled from New York to DC to go to one, and I lost my first game to a guy named Jarvis. He was one of the best players at the time. He won a Madden, like the whole Madden challenge, I think in Madden 06, if I want to say. I think he might have been the actual champion going into the following year. So he was like, there's a lot that goes into live events where nowadays you don't really experience many live events. So I would say first and foremost, don't put yourself down for losing in live events, because the way that the game is structured now, most of it is online play, and then when you go and actually travel to EA, like an actual EA sanctioned live event, you're not playing live. So you have your own TV. It's a different experience than going to one of the like say a Vegas tournament or a Jersey tournament or something like that. But at the same time, I would say the biggest thing that I noticed early while playing tournaments was it's not just your skill. A lot comes into play. So for you to say that you've plateaued as being a very good player and just not quite a player that can make a deep run, that's so not true. You know, going to your first tournament, there's a lot to learn. It's not just how good you are at Madden, but it's kind of getting a feel of what you need to win. And the biggest thing that I noticed was don't over adjust. Like, don't overcomplicate things in your offense and defense. Like, you have to really simplify things when playing really good players and want to go on a run to where you can win a tournament, especially at a live event where you can't see your play art. Sometimes, like if you can't look at your offense and defense, you really have to make sure you're comfortable with what you're calling on offense and defense. And you know, like I said, my first few years playing, I was really good. Like I was pretty much from Madden 07 to now. Every year I've been.
Another big run and a shoestring tackle with 1 second left. He can't believe it. He almost
relatively as good as every other year. Like I've always kept it to where I was a high quality, really good player. Yeah. But in the beginning of my Madden career, I wasn't winning those type of big games because, like I said, I was trying too much sometimes on offense. Like I would try to I'm trying to think of an example back in the day, but it was a completely different game, but like maybe try to do too many quick pass throws or too many rocket catches or things where it's like would take skill, and it's like, why am I doing that if I don't need to? Like you kind of get a feel of, if you watch someone like Problem's a really good example. He never makes it hard on himself, and he'll never wow you on offense, but he always gets it done, and whenever he needs that fourth down, he'll come out with a play that you might have not seen yet during the game. Like he just manages the game. So I would say managing the game properly, play calling comes into play, keeping yourself calm, keeping yourself confident. A lot of things throws you off. Like if you're nervous, If you're anxious, even if you're the better player, you're probably going to lose, especially if you're playing a named person, like he mentioned, Poison, Mr. Moss, and I forgot who the third was.
Han Solo. I think Solo was in one of the club series either this past year or last year.
Exactly. Yeah, so that type of stuff you need to get over first, is making sure you're confident, making sure you're comfortable, making sure you're simplifying your game, making sure that you don't try to play differently. Like, some people will go to a live event and play completely different than they play online for some reason. Like, literally just like trash talking, if someone's trash talking you, or just literally being in front of someone that you've seen before in a live event will throw you off completely. And again, that could be nerves, but that type of stuff is what you need to fix, more so than actual skill of the game. Because if you're traveling to a live event, more than likely you're good enough, probably. It just comes down to executing, and executing isn't just skill. It's literally comfort, I would say. Like, the more comfortable you are, the more in control you are, that you know what you're going to do, and no matter what your opponent comes and throws at you, you feel good about it. That's how you're going to execute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to be answering a lot more questions that you guys have. So if you have any questions you want us to answer and turn it into a video for YouTube, definitely let us know in the comments. Also, if you have anything we want to answer in the podcast, you could do so as well, and we'll get to it. So anything Madden related, pretty much like an at your request series. If you have anything Madden 18 tips wise or competitive wise, or anything in general that you think I can answer or Holden can answer, definitely let us know in the comments. Like the video if you did enjoy and you want to see more of this. Subscribe if you're new. And until next time, it's lights. Later.